Disclaimer. This TikTok Live is intended for thoughtful discussion and debate on complex and sensitive topics. It is not meant to promote, glamorize, or trivialize any harmful behaviors or ideas. All views are shared with the purpose of fostering understanding, education, and open dialogue. Viewer discretion is advised, and we encourage respectful and mature engagement in the comments.
It's only reacts, breaking it down. No left, no right, just truth all around. It's not about parties, no red, no blue. She's calling it out, bringing facts to you. So tune in and see, no filter, just facts. Right here, right now, it's only reacts. It's only reacts.
What's popping, y'all? I know my screen looks weird. I like this dope ass backdrop that I made, and I was like, it would be a shame not to show it, especially given the subject matter that we're going to be covering. What up, Cyrus? You're like always the first one here. I never go live on these pages. I'm trying to bring them back, go live more often. I've been in hibernation since I've come back to the States, but I brought my bestie with me today, bro. One of my homies, my road dogs, the original OGs. Like we started out together. Then it was Bryson, and then everybody else came along.
Yeah.
Cash?
What's going on, my sister from another mister? Hey, just so you know, I love your videos, like your intros. It's just doodling so hard on mine, and I need your help. You know,
I got you.
Yo, those were epic. And then I need that little clip that you played too. Is that why you don't get banned on TikTok? Is because you play that in the beginning?
If I feel like I'm gonna say something crazy, I'll throw that on. If I like it throughout the show, I'm like, let me go ahead and play it. Man. I play it all the time, and I do not get flagged.
I just love your stuff. Pretty dope.
Thank you.
Pretty dope.
I work hard. You know,
you do. I do too.
These shadow bans be pissing me off. Like,
you know what?
Leave me alone.
Let's go ahead and share this thing out.
The 4 people watching. I'm not live on TikTok or Instagram or anywhere else. I'm live on the pages that I don't normally go live on. And people are probably like, what the hell is Hot Mic? Because it's been so long, man.
Well,
you only see this page on Tuesdays.
We about to share it out. See if we can get some more people
out.
in here.
Y'all, we got to talk about some very, very important news that just came out. I don't see a lot of people covering it. And as you know, I like to cover topics that no one's really covering because it's usually the meat and potatoes that people miss when we're talking in terms of politics. Yeah, like, you know, when they say you only take the meat and potatoes, just throw out the bone.
Because you said potatoes.
Yeah, potatoes. Listen, I'm from the South. Chill out. I didn't think I was country until I met motherfuckers like you. Good Lord.
Country.
Wait, say that again.
Country ass little girl, tell you what.
I have a Southern draw, I do. I spent a lot of my time in North Carolina.
I'm going to North Carolina in July, by the way.
Where you going? What part?
I don't know, somewhere by the beach. We got a beach house that we're going to stay at for a week and then another week.
Make sure you go to Atlantic Beach.
Okay.
Hit up Atlantic Beach.
All right.
You need it. It's called Emerald Isle. Love that place.
Okay.
I used to go there all the time. Anyways, guys, do you remember when the Senate decided to hop on board with the House and forcing TikTok to divest itself or sell to a U.S. owner, right? Everybody kind of accepted the fact that TikTok might be going bye-bye. But there was a faction of people, including myself, that said, absolutely not. You're violating so many constitutional rights here. Now we don't have the freedom to express ourselves because, as you know, TikTok right now is the only free-flowing app that you can get on and come in contact with any idea possible. I see people debating misandry, which I think is absolutely bonkers, but it's up there. I see the red pill community, and this is just opening TikTok. You can open up to the craziest thing ever, and it's very favorable to content like mine, to content like Cash's, because it's free flowing. Now, There are some limitations on here. Don't get me wrong. But from what I can tell, there's really no echo chamber. If you're shadow banned from even your echo chamber.
Yep.
It don't even really matter. The people that will watch you don't even know you're live. So to see the House and the Senate come together to get rid of this just signaled a big red flag for me. A huge
Yeah.
red flag. Stay right there. And this morning, I saw this. TikTok faces ban after losing bid to overturn law. Now, you guys know TikTok fought against this law because they said it's unconstitutional. You're violating our freedom of speech. Just because you are deeming this app Chinese does not make it Chinese, which is, isn't it crazy that Democrats are on board with like banning apps because of its ethnicity?
Yep. Facts.
It's crazy, right?
I mean, not a shocker though. They're the party of hypocrisy. So I'm not shocked at all. All I'm gonna say is if they ban TikTok, I got a problem. I got a problem.
Facts.
I disagree
man.
with it.
So TikTok is one step closer to disappearing in the United States after a panel of federal judges on Friday unanimously, upheld a new law that could lead to the banning of the popular Chinese-owned video app by mid-January. Why do they keep calling it Chinese-owned? It's not. The 3 judges in the U.S. Court of Appeals for District of Columbia Circuit denied TikTok's petition to overturn the law. The decision could be a death blow to the app in one of the biggest markets. More than 170 million Americans use TikTok to entertain and inform themselves. Keyword inform. Turning it into a cultural phenomenon. The looming loss of the app in the United States has spurred concern from free speech advocates and from creators whose income depend on TikTok. Now, I stopped there. I didn't even feel the need to read the rest of the article because TikTok alone, according to Oxford Economic Reports, contributes $24.4 billion to the American economy in 2023.
Which in turn goes to Ukraine.
And where else? They who shall not be named.
Yes.
Okay?
Yes.
If this app is generating this much money and Americans are making money by themselves, by the way, okay? Not even dependent on the government. I've made money off TikTok. It's nice money. I know you have too. Mm-hmm. The checks that come in are nice. You want to get rid of an app because of national security concerns? Even though it's generating this much money, even though it's making us money as American citizens, and we also have a free-flowing platform to inform ourselves?
Mm-hmm.
Is this like sinister to anybody else?
I hope so. I hope people are seeing this. And by the way, for the people that are watching right now, those people who shall not be named, who she is referring to is the ones that be like this. Oh my God, Peter, I'm allergic to gluten. Those people.
Oh God. So look, y'all, you're funny as shit, by the way. It's been nice having you on. The reason, now look, I knew you were going to say this. I'm going to get y'all off of Big Trump's back for today. All right? Trump stood in opposition to this. Now, did Trump flip-flop? Yes, he did. First, he wanted to get rid of TikTok. Then he walked his statement back and said, actually, no, I don't see the benefit in getting rid of it. And he rallied against the House and the Senate when they voted upon this. Okay? Now, I don't even know if people know what's in this bill. I went over the bill. This was early March, April when we talked about this, but I know people don't remember because it's been so long. So I went ahead and took some notes for you so that we can talk about what this TikTok ban truly means, because national security is being used as a scapegoat. The CCP is being used as the scapegoat. This is not only coming from Democrats, but Republicans. This is the House and the Senate before there was a takeover. Mm-hmm. Okay? Which means that the people who bitched and moaned about McCarthy did exactly what Kevin McCarthy was doing, which is backdoor deals with Democrats to accomplish.
Shocker.
What's better for the greater good, right? Shocker. So I have my notes here. I'm not going to pull them up in front of you, but I will be pulling different bits and pieces of articles for you guys to reference to. Number one, the most sinister part of this bill is the amount of foreign spending, $95 billion. $95 billion. This was an amendment added to the original bill, which was forcing TikTok to divest. All right. Ukraine got $61 billion for military and humanitarian aid. NGOs, you guys know what they do with those. Israel got $14 billion for defense systems like the Iron Dome. Okay. I don't even want to speak on that because I'm going to get frustrated.
I'm biting my tongue.
We can't even say what we want to say.
I'm going to bite my tongue.
And then lastly, Taiwan. They got $2 billion to enhance military deterrence in support of the Indo-Pacific region, which is the region my husband just left. That spending I can understand. That's the only foreign spending I can get from this bill, like grasp. But what I don't get is how you're sending 61 to Ukraine and an additional 14 to Israel when we were complaining about money leaving this country to begin with. This is why Congress hasn't been able to get things done like the border, right? Because of all the fat and the pork that Democrats want to put in it. But they could come together and forget about the fat and pork when it came to getting rid of TikTok.
I think they need to turn Muslim and leave the pork out.
Guys, what are we going to do? This I feel like we're dealing with a rogue government. I'm not even sure that I have faith in Trump's presidency at this point. I'm just being all the way honest.
I do. You know I do. I think we're going to be
I know you do.
I think we're going to be all right. I don't see it happen.
Like this, but this is law. This is not anything that needs to be debated. Now, TikTok can go to the Supreme Court level and fight, but that's going to be how many years in the making? Realistically.
Yeah. Man, if they shut down TikTok, you know it's going to be a whole bunch of angry ass people in this country.
Are they really going to be angry?
Yeah, hell yeah. 170 million Americans, that's over half. Hell yeah, you're going to have a whole bunch of angry people, especially the ones that's getting paid, because people getting paid from TikTok right now. Paid. Like literally, people don't quit their jobs to be TikTok influencers.
TikTok money is nice.
Yo, I don't know. I don't see this happening though. I don't see it happening.
Okay. This is a law. It can be fought at the Supreme Court level, but they have until mid-January to sell. Do you see TikTok selling, or do you see them holding out and saying, fine, we're going to take a hit?
Can Trump do anything?
At this point, no. It's law. Joe Biden signed it into law. It would have to.
He can veto it.
How?
When he gets in office.
How can Trump veto an established law?
I mean, an executive order. Can he do that?
Well, that's only gonna be for the federal level. That won't affect the nation.
Well, some nations would be like, yo, we want that TikTok money back, bro. You know, some states gonna get right on board. Like, yeah, we need TikTok over here. Congress so-and-so, Congresswoman so-and-so will be on TikTok, you know, shaking. Well,
they do. They actually put out an article that exposed all the politicians that voted to ban TikTok. They found that they had a large presence on TikTok to begin with. Here's the question. They keep citing the CCP, and this is the right and the left. If you're so worried about the CCP, why are you on it as a politician?
1 sec. I'm sorry. I got a phone call.
You're good. Why are you on it as a politician? If you are so worried about the data, which they're not really worried about the data, y'all. What they want is government control. Okay? So like I said, I went through this bill for you. And if you want to know what bill I'm talking about, it is the Protect American Data Act. Go look this up. And of course, they incorporated kids into the entire argument. And I'll play some clips of the TikTok CEO fighting for his life against Congress when they're asking him these crazy questions. So the government is mandating ByteDance to divest TikTok's operations, U.S. operations within a set period of time, or they're going to be...
Sunni, don't hate me. Don't hate me. What? I got to go get the kids from school because Champagne ain't going to make it back in time. Boo, Champagne.
You're good. Go get your kids, man. Hop on if you can.
Okay.
Okay, what was I saying? Yeah, the divestiture. I'm sorry. TikTok has to divest or else they can't operate within the U.S., right? It's just that simple. But what this bill also had in it, these amendments, which you should always go back and read. When a bill is passed or when a bill is being talked about, always go back and read what the amendments are. The amendments that were added were increased funding for agencies to monitor and enforce compliance, raising concerns. This raises concerns about surveillance and data privacy. So here's the question. Here's my point. We want to expand cybersecurity and give them more funding to monitor us as Americans in effort to save us from China on an app that allows for us to make money freely, okay, and share information freely. China, I'm not buying it, okay? What's also in this bill that we talked about all the way back in March, towards the beginning of the year, they are calling, or they are justifying, having more restrictions on companies, private companies, which to me signals granting more power to government agencies under the guise of security risks. But they're not really, how do I say it? They're not really explaining, or they're not really giving you the full truth behind why they want your data to begin with. If China shouldn't have our data because of its corruption, then why the hell would we be comfortable with the American government having our data while it's corrupt? And I say this because you see these politicians get on the stage, they grandstand, they talk about how corruption is just so rampant in the US, the radical left, the radical right, but they're all coexisting, writing bills together that come against us and violate our rights as Americans. This bill has so much pork in it that I don't even think a lot of people took the time to read it. A lot of people are okay with, yeah, China is a threat, and this is a Chinese app, which it's not. I'm going to play a few videos. So we should get rid of it. Huh? This doesn't make any sense, but I'm going to let the CEO talk to you guys. Check this video out.
Hi everyone, it's Show here. Just wanted to share some thoughts with our US users about the disappointing vote in the House of Representatives. There has been a lot of misinformation, and I hope to clarify some things. First, thank you to our incredible community. You are what makes TikTok so special. Thank you for making your voices heard. Over the last few years, we have invested to keep your data safe and our platform free from outside manipulation. We have committed that we will continue to do so. This legislation, if signed into law, will lead to a ban of TikTok in the United States. Even the bill sponsors admit that that's their goal. This bill gives more power to a handful of other social media companies. It will also take billions of dollars out of the pockets of creators and small businesses. It will put more than 300,000 American jobs at risk, and it will take away your TikTok. We know how important TikTok is to all of you. It has given our 170 million users a platform to freely express themselves, and has empowered more than 7 million businesses in the United States. Our platform matters to the small business owners who rely on TikTok to make ends meet, to the teachers who inspire millions of students to learn, and to everyone who discovers and finds joy on TikTok. We will not stop fighting and advocating for you. We will continue to do all we can, including exercising our legal rights, to protect this amazing platform that we have built with you. We believe we can overcome this together. I encourage you to keep sharing your stories. Share them with your friends. Share them with your family. Share them with your senators. Protect your constitutional rights. Make your voices heard.
Now that was the CEO, the owner, speaking out because Congress spent most of the time having conversations with him about how his app was just another way for the CCP to spy into Americans, which was weird given the majority of the company is owned by global institutional investors such as BlackRock, General Atlantic, uh, Susquehanna International Group, 20% owned by the company's founders, 20% owned by its employees, including over 7,000 US based employees. It is not owned or controlled by any government or state controlled entity. To me, that's what makes TikTok the threat. And something that he said that really stood out to me was them wanting to create a monopoly with these 3 social media companies: YouTube, X, and Facebook, or Meta. Why is TikTok the threat, but these other 3 aren't? I did hear about that, Cyrus, that they moved a lot of the data to Texas. I saw that. But just ask yourself that real quick. Why is Facebook okay to be here? And we know that Facebook was easily manipulated into giving data, easily manipulated into censoring us, right? Elon Musk may own X, but I just seen from Bryson the other day that he banned the word flag it. You can't say flag it on there. I don't see why. That word has several different meanings. It's not just inflammatory towards a group of people, right? You can get on there and type other words, but flag it is just a no-go. You have to ask yourself, why are these 3 companies safe and TikTok, the one that has the most free-flowing information on it, is not? I'm going to put the link in the chat for you guys, and you can come up and give me your opinions. But to me, this is just signaling more government control under the guise of national security. It takes me back to the Snowden days. It takes me back to 9/11, to what is that? The Patriot Act. All these things. What are your intentions? To limit information and speech. I agree with you, but I don't think the average citizen that claims to care about rights is viewing it that way, because both sides have done a very good job of making China the adversary. Now, I'm not saying that it's not, but to slap Chinese-owned app on TikTok when they've expressed that it's not a Chinese-owned app and they're not connected to any state, and they even moved its data to the US to make sure you feel better about certain things. Like, I personally, I'm just not understanding why the push to get rid of this app, unless, like Cyrus says, you want to limit freedom of speech. That would be the only reason that you're itching to do this. Check this out.
To be stored on American soil by the American company.
I understand that.
Listen to this question. I'm sorry. Check this interaction out, I should say.
Our plan is to move American data to be stored on American soil by the American company.
I understand that, but you're sidestepping, or I haven't read anything in terms of TikTok, how you can actually say, and you spoke in your opening statement about a firewall relative to the data. But the Chinese government has that data.
These people keep saying the Chinese government has the data. According to what? You say so? If that's the case, the Chinese government they've already owned our data. They've been surfing through our data and our DNA for God knows how long. That's honestly one of the main reasons why I'm just so baffled why these people are dead set on trying to get rid of TikTok and citing national security risks over it, and because of the Chinese CCP. No, y'all don't want freedom of speech on the right or the left. You can't have videos that show a full context of Trump giving a speech. You can't have full videos of Candace Owens on the internet anywhere. You can't have an alternative view floating around on the internet anywhere because Israel's our ally. Okay. Police brutality is real, and white supremacy and racism is the number one issue in America. And if you say otherwise, you're just batshit crazy.
Well, how can you promise that that will move into the United States of America and be protected here?
Congresswoman, I have seen no evidence that the Chinese government has access to that data. They have never asked us. We have not provided.
Well, you know what?
I
find that actually preposterous.
What? The dude is straight up telling you. They have never asked me, and I have never given them any data, and there is no evidence that they are trying to get your data. That's preposterous. What evidence do you have to say otherwise? If you don't have the evidence to say otherwise, why is TikTok such a threat? Why is it a threat? Why are you attaching these bills, these amendments that expand cybersecurity oversight? It increases funding and authority for monitoring compliance and might raise privacy concerns. Why do you guys get to sift through our data? That's what I'm not understanding. What are you going to do with the data? You're worried about China. I'm not fucking worried about China. I'm worried about what the United States of America is going to do with that data. Do you not realize that a lot of us are put on a DHS bulletin? Parents were labeled domestic terrorists. People questioning COVID were labeled domestic terrorists. J6ers, domestic terrorists. That's going to be all the excuse for them to look through our shit, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. I'm mad there's only 6 people here. I'm like, where are people's minds at? How do you support wanting to get rid of TikTok? For what?
I was gonna say I'd rather the Chinese government spy on us than the U.S. government. Straight up, man.
Let them keep spying.
I mean, just think about it, Cyrus. We have the baddest military on the planet.
Mm-hmm.
Are we really worried about China doing something?
Nah, doubt it. Nope.
So if China did have our data, so what? And like I said, all of you are walking around with the Chinese-made phone.
Yeah, look.
Your computers are made in China. What? You're walking around with a bunch of Chinese-made products. So what's the point? So if that's the case, then we need to shut off everything that's made in China, not just TikTok.
And we all know that ain't gonna happen.
Come on, man.
That's not gonna happen.
This article, when I seen it this morning, I said, wow, I wonder how many people are going to even talk about this. I wonder how many people are going to reference back to the bills that were passed. That's why I went back to read them, and I'm not even making this up to you. Oh, this is a different bill. My bad. We're going to talk about that one.
Oh, God, I'm so tired of that word.
We're definitely going to get into that.
I'm so tired of anti-Semitism and stuff. I'm so tired of that. Just like racism, I'm tired of that too. But keep going.
Where's my bills at? Oh, I closed them out because I already have my notes. I can't share my notes. I'm so sorry. I wish I could. That'd be really dope if I could. Let me see. Oh, I can. Oh, you guys can see my notes. Can you see that? Oh, now I feel super official. Yep. Wait a minute. Okay. So we just went through the whole expanded cybersecurity oversight, broad national security justifications, like I said, saying that TikTok falls under the adversarial company app because of its ties to the CCP, but we're not really explaining what the ties to the CCP are. It's just they have ties to the CCP. And the American population hops on board just like they did with the Patriot Act because of 9/11. What's scary to me is that people aren't putting those two thoughts together. You have people that are okay with TikTok being banned. They don't give a fuck. And we can tell because there's 7 people here. If I was talking about, what do y'all think people would show up for? Like, what type of Supreme Court ruling would everybody be super hyped for?
Probably the like. No, this is a good question. So,
Oh, you know what? The transgender affirming care one, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
that's definitely
So
one.
if the Supreme Court would have ruled in favor of that happening, there would probably be 50 to 60 people here easy because they want to know what we're talking about, how this affects them, how this affects their kids, right? But you don't give a fuck that this company was just blocked. Their appeal was blocked.
It's very 1987, like, you know what I'm saying?
1984 too.
1984, my bad. Yeah.
Man, in case people don't know what law I'm talking about the I have to take this down. The law that we passed in April of this year, April, that requires TikTok's Chinese owner ByteDance. That's what I mean. They keep calling it Chinese owned, and TikTok has expressed who the crap owns it. I don't understand. Who cares if they're Chinese entrepreneurs? Is every Chinese entrepreneur linked to the CCP? Because y'all got a whole lot of Chinese folks in our government. I'm just saying. Mitch McConnell. You married one. We should be scared of you too then, right?
Mm-hmm.
Let's not forget that they slept with a spy, though.
Eric Swalwell.
Speaking of Mitch McConnell, he need it's his time been. He need to go.
Man.
Somebody need to primary him in 2026.
Oh yeah, he leaving. He leaving out this month. He retiring.
So the non-Chinese company, like they have to sell the app to a non-Chinese company by January 19th or face a ban. This law to me just is like, it just came out of nowhere. It's kind of like, bro, what?
You don't feel like
can't have a Chinese owned app? It has to be American owned. So what Chinese companies, you know what? Let's go to Google right now. What Chinese companies operate in America now? China owns either 4 or 5 ports in Los Angeles. I don't know if you guys know that. And all around the U.S. They own several ports here.
Are we talking about land there that they be buying?
They own land as well next to military bases. So
yeah, that's what I was talking about.
Chinese owned apps in America. There we go.
I saw somebody sit up and said that since they doing that, they need to get their land back from China that they let them buy, since China is the biggest threat and shit.
All right. So right off the rip, Temu, Shein, TikTok, and CapCut. CapCut is not on the chopping block. Why? And that definitely collects your data. I use CapCut. We used to be integrated with TikTok, but it is now a standalone app. Why isn't CapCut on the line? Temu will use your address to send you products that you did not buy so that they can fake a fucking review.
Temu and Shein, that's the top apps where people be getting stuff from, and it's still here.
But it's still here. Exactly. Why are these apps allowed to be here, but TikTok has to go? Because they want to limit our speech, bro. The reason TikTok didn't become a threat until October 7th.
With that whole, okay, yeah, it makes sense now.
TikTok did
I was
not.
gonna say
And if you guys don't believe me, go look at the news. TikTok really, now, like I said, Trump said he wanted to get rid of TikTok because of the whole the China thing. But then people backed off of it because, bro, you can't tell people what apps they can and can't use. Like, what the hell, right? So the best way they could skirt this by, oh, it's tied to the CCP. No, y'all didn't want us to get the information that was coming out of that country. That's what it was. There were too many Palestinians on there going live. There were too many. I had Jewish people on my lives on Instagram, and they were all reporting something completely different than what the news was reporting. I swear to God, I can't make this up. There were people sharing fake videos, old videos, just like they did with Ukraine.
AI generated pictures, Ben Shapiro.
AI generated pictures. Come on, man.
Why it seem like conflicts and BS always circle back to them?
Listen,
I'm starting to realize that.
Again, I'm going to bring this up. TikTok contributed $24.2 billion to the U.S. economy in 2023. What sense does it make to get rid of this app if you got Temu and Shein and CapCut still functioning here? And all of them collect data, and they're fucking Chinese owned. I'm sorry to swear, but is anybody, hello? Is anybody there? I wish we could go back to that day, Cyrus, when everybody and their mama was like, yeah, ban TikTok. I'm like, what is wrong with you?
Yep, it was insane.
Ban it? Why? Let me pull the notes back up so we can continue. I'm sorry, go ahead, Marlanda.
Because if they can't control it, it's a threat to them. Just like these other apps that they own.
Bingo. They can't control it, like you said.
Because we already know when Mark Zuckerberg, he big control. That already came out about that. With Meta and stuff,
Yep. That's the point that I brought up earlier. We already seen what can happen with the social media app with the government that is willing to crack down on it.
You saw what happened to Parler. You saw what happened to Parler and Gap.
Thank you. Parler got kicked off of you can't even download Parler.
Yup.
That was crazy, and that was because they did not want to acquiesce to the ridiculous censorship.
And then you got Mark Zuckerberg kissing ass now with Trump, knowing he did all that to him.
Yeah, coming out and admitting, like you're admitting what we all knew. We knew the government told you what to do when it came to COVID. Duh. And that's the last point that I'm going to make on here. Expanding government powers has an effect on private companies. Private companies are being bullied into enforcing ridiculous government. I don't want to call it law because it's not law. But we can use COVID. Meta definitely got bullied into censoring people when it came to C-19. And now this bill is giving them more power to do something like that. It expands the authority over private companies. It allocates funds to agencies for monitoring and enforcing compliance, potentially enabling surveillance of data practices without full transparency.
Our First and Second Amendment is at risk right before our eyes. And it's getting worse and worse if we don't stop it.
I don't know, y'all.
Let's keep fighting, Sonia.
I can't fight with 8 people watching me, bro. Nobody cares.
Or we ain't gonna have them first. Or we ain't gonna have no First and Second Amendment.
Nobody cares, dog. They really don't.
I think America lost their fighting number. I don't know if they got it anymore.
I can't just give it up like that.
I'm not going to stop doing lives, of course, but I'm going to be realistic with myself and say that this will be a conversation that people have come January 20th when TikTok is really gone. If they don't sell, which I personally don't think they will sell. He has said they're not selling. There's no reason for them to sell. All this does is give our government and whoever they want to purchase this app control over the information here. And we know what happens when certain people get control of the information here. Okay?
Yeah. I told you, it's three things they call it. Either misinformation, disinformation, or hate speech.
It's the three things they call it. Now, I wanted to segue into my favorite topic because I don't know if you guys knew this. I think it goes into exactly the red flag that I'm bringing up when you see both sides on board with getting rid of an app and both of them share different reasons why. You might want to look back at some of the anti-Semitism bills that have ever passed. Now, this was a bill that was passed January 13th, became public law January 13, 2021. Okay? Congress came together and drafted this law. The State Department Basic Authorities Act of 1956 is amended. Okay? Do you guys know what that means? They're adding it to a portion of this bill, just so people aren't lost. Like, what the fuck does that mean, Sunni? You there? We still good?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. This act may be cited as special envoy to monitor and combat the Anti-Semitism Act. Congress finds that since the Global Anti-Semitism Review Act of 2004, in many foreign countries, acts of anti-Semitism have been frequent and wide in scope. The perpetrators and variety of threats to Jewish communities and their institutions have proliferated. And in some countries, anti-Semitic attacks have increased in frequency, scope, and in violence and deadliness. Okay.
So I'm gonna shut up on that one.
This is what they're amended. They're amending this, inserting before the period and at the following, who shall be appointed by the president and by with the advice consent of the Senate, by adding the end the following new sentence: special envoy shall report directly to the secretary. A special envoy that is going to monitor and combat anti-Semitism. This was drafted into law January 2021. They're using other pieces of legislation to amend shit like this. Now we're going to have monitors that are watching us to make sure that we are not being anti-Semitic. And listen, this along with the other bill, I think it's S 4127, which was drafted, which was written by what's his name? I can't stand him. He's a freaking coon. What is his name?
Tim Scott.
Tim Scott. Thank you. Cements, or pretty much they want to provide for consideration of definition, the working definition set forth by the International Holocaust Remembrance Alliance. This is the HR 6090. Is that what it is? I can't even think of the name. HR 6090?
It is.
Okay. It's the legislation that is being critical of the Bible.
That's
I talk about so many pieces of legislation. I'm so sorry, y'all. This is another bill. So not only do they want to provide this definition of anti-Semitism to be set forth at a federal level, they now also, in tandem with this, want to send around a fucking envoy to monitor what we're all doing. And then they report directly to the secretary. If the secretary determines that such is appropriate, okay, the secretary may appoint and insert if the president determines such is appropriate. I'm so sorry. I hate this legalese. I'll have to read it and then give you the layman's terms of it. But pretty much, overall, what I'm saying is these people are writing legislation that has people snitching on you and I or whoever else is in government, because this also applies to K through 12, okay? They're going to be snitching on what the fuck we're saying. So we can't even talk about anything.
So I just wanted to be okay. Now, if the other side decide to do that with phobics and racism and anti-black stuff,
they
I
should.
just want that to be okay.
They should. I hope they do it.
Fair is fair, right?
Fair is fair.
Fair is fair.
Nova, this is my first time ever seeing your name pop up. How are you?
I'm fine. So basically, TikTok is basically getting banned because of anti-Semitism or
Yeah.
some shit. Well, I mean, there is much more anti-Semitism in Twitter than compared to like TikTok. If you have been on like Twitter, there's a lot of anti-Semitic accounts like Nicholas De Fuentes, Myron Gaines, and many more.
Wait, I'm so sorry. You have a strong accent. Repeat that again.
Basically, Twitter has more anti-Semitic content compared to TikTok. So why are they not banning X?
Well, what's anti-Semitism?
Basically, anti-Semitism, as defined, is basically the hatred. Is basically the hatred of Jewish people.
Who on X hates Jewish people?
A lot of people. I will give you an example. For example, Myron Gaines and Nicholas J. Fuentes.
Do you think Nick Fuentes is anti-Semitic?
100%. Have you seen his like videos? I mean, he's a national socialist. He is a national socialist.
Nick Fuentes is not a national socialist, bro.
I know. He's a neo-national socialist, a neo-Nazi.
Yeah, what? You're trolling, right? You're not.
No,
serious,
I mean just
right?
look at his takes.
Yo, you are playing. I'm not about to take this serious. His takes, his takes are him talking about things like this. Like he kind of talks about the same thing I do. But by that logic, I'm anti-Semitic.
Well, it depends. I mean, he kind of goes on to say that the Holocaust isn't real, Hitler did nothing wrong, and many things on his rumble.
Do you think slavery happened the way they say it did?
So basically, Nick Fuentes says that the slavery was caused by Jews, not by white people. Slavery was caused by Jews, not by white people. That is what Nick Fuentes agreed. He basically says that there were a lot of Jewish slave traders in the
were there?
In the Atlantic slave trade.
Was there?
That is what.
Was there?
Was there? I think there was. But Google basically
wait a minute. So if you think there was, then how is this anti-Semitic?
That is the main thing. People are trying to hide the Jews, like the Jews are in some kind of control.
Do you think
and they basically are anti-Semitic.
Do you think the Jews are in control?
Well, in many parts, I mean, look at like YouTube. I mean, YouTube CEO like Susan Wojcicki, and then we have like OnlyFans CEO who is Jewish, Leonid, and then we have like Pornhub. Pornhub is run by a rabbi called Solomon Friedman, and a lot more. I mean, if you look at all these corners, there is a lot of Jewish CEOs and many Jewish creators.
Well, you're anti-Semitic.
Yeah, that's the main thing.
So
I can talk on YouTube about Jews. I can talk on YouTube about Jews because my comments will get censored. by
You're
YouTube.
talking about them now.
Yeah.
So you're not getting censored?
No, I'm not getting censored in the video, but I am getting censored in comments.
In the comments. Okay.
Yeah, in the comments. If you talk about the Holocaust, Hitler, or the Jews, your comments are obviously gonna get deleted. Your comments are obviously gonna delete it. I mean,
I
just
mean,
try it for a second.
I agree with you, but you're saying that these people are anti-Semitic for doing what I do and doing what you do, or
Yeah,
saying the things
I
that
don't
you
think
say.
they are really like anti-Semitic by
Okay.
definition. I
Okay.
mean,
Okay. Well,
by
then we're cool.
definition.
You're good then. You don't actually think that. So
Yeah, I actually
we're
don't
all
think
in
that.
agreement here.
Yeah.
Okay.
So basically, let me give you example. These people think that the Holocaust killed over 6 million people, but as you know, uh, uh, but as you know, the Holocaust happened within 2 to 4 years, and how are they gonna kill uh, uh, and how are they gonna kill 6 million Jews in 4 years? Just think about it. They have a war to fight on.
I don't think
Yeah,
they
yeah,
did.
yeah. Yeah, I
Even
don't
if
think
they
they did.
did, they was just trying to get rid of all these demons.
Yeah. I mean, just think about it. I mean, just think about it. There were
You
like
was
4 years in the Holocaust, uh, and they're basically saying that they murdered 6 million Jews in just mere 4 years. Do you think that is logically? Do you think that is logistically possible in a mathematical
no,
sense?
no.
No, that is not.
Hey,
That is the main problem.
TikTok just released a statement. They said that they're gonna push it to the Supreme Court.
I hope they
So
can get it in. Like I said, that's gonna be a uphill battle.
Yeah, I
yeah,
say the ruling gonna be a 6-3 or a 5-4 at most.
I hope the Supreme Court rules.
Cause
Can you send me that? I'm gonna go live on TikTok. Can you send me that statement, Cyrus?
yeah. I just sent it to the chat.
But
Okay.
yeah, I was gonna say something else about Hitler, but we on YouTube, so I can't say that.
Yeah, we'll go over there. I had to shut my other two YouTube down because he was up here just.
Yeah,
I keep
YouTube is basically
forgetting.
just taking down any right-wing content. YouTube currently is now basically a gulag. It is basically taking down
He
any
called it
right-wing
a
creator.
gulag.
Yeah, I mean, it is
TikTok a
basically a
gulag.
gulag, bro. It is basically a gulag right now.
Yeah, that's fucking
YouTube,
funny.
I ain't
YouTube
gonna lie.
used to be a good platform, you know.
Your
YouTube used to be a
accent is
good
everything
platform.
right now, bro.
We need a show of Sunni and Nick Fuentes. We need a show of y'all two speaking on Israel and stuff. Cause I definitely watch that every day.
I would sit down and talk to Nick. I don't have a problem with
Yeah,
Nick,
Nick
man.
Hey,
Fuentes.
free Nick, man. He just got arrested, man. Free Nick, man.
Yeah, we're gonna we can have this
I mean, Nick
conversation
Fuentes
freely on
talks to black people.
TikTok.
I mean, he's not racist. I mean, he basically talks to black people like Myron Gaines and Press on
Myron is
Rumble.
not black, bro. I don't know what the
Yeah,
fuck
I
he is, but
know.
he's
He's
not
not.
black.
Yeah, he's not fully black, but he's basically like
He got
Sudanese.
brown skin. That's about it. People need to stop
Yeah,
calling
I
him
mean, he's
black.
Arab. He's Arab. He's Arab, from what I know.
Why they charge him? Why they charge him with battery?
Because he pepper sprayed somebody and he at his door.
But
You
they was
Yeah,
can't do
yeah. I
that.
mean, like
but they was at his house.
Yeah, but
Malla Rose and
you
Ruben.
can't do that. They didn't. The woman didn't show any
The
aggression. She rang the doorbell. I'll show you the video. Hold on. I think it's
yeah, yeah.
funny that he did it. I think it's hilarious. I cracked up because Cash
And
was
then
like,
and
"Bro,
then
he
and
was
then and
tripping."
then he slid the phone in the house and closed the door.
Here's the video.
Hi. Oh my God, what are you doing?
Fuck out of here.
Yo, that was
That was
cold.
gangster.
That
He
was
said, "Get
fucking
the
cold, man.
fuck out of here."
That was fucking no cap, no cap. That was cool.
Look, when you go to
He
someone's
basically
door,
beat that Jewish woman senseless, man. I mean, he kind
When you
of,
go to
I mean, he's kind of deserve it.
no Nova, bro, you loud. You loud, and we don't understand your accent, dog. Like, I don't understand your accent, bro. Hold on. We have to go to TikTok because I'm going to get my pages taken down if I continue to have this conversation here. I'm
Are we
just being
saying too much?
honest. I have said too much, and I've been very
Yeah,
cavalier with what I've said. I'll probably
basically,
cut this
YouTube is basically
video
gonna
up
take
and
this video
post
down,
bits and
man.
pieces of it because I do want people to hear my breakdown of the previous bill and why this whole TikTok Chinese owned app is a whole facade and you guys are being manipulated into something that could turn into in my opinion it's already turned into that Patriot Act 2.0. It can be American owned, but it can't be Chinese owned, even though it's globally owned, and the people who own it just so happen to be Chinese. It just doesn't make any sense to me. Doesn't make any sense to me. It sounds very xenophobic, and I'm saying that because there's Democrats that support this bill, which
Yeah.
is absurd.
Democrat.
And there's a lot of people out there talking about using a VPN, but they're definitely gonna come out there VPNs for sure.
Yeah,
They
didn't we read
already
a
have a
bill?
law. They already have a
Didn't
law. Yeah, I think it passed the House. I think it just got to pass the Senate next.
Yeah, that's what it was. I forget what that bill was called because I remember you had brought that to my attention before, and I talked about it.
Yeah.
Is Trump in support for banning TikTok?
No,
He's not. He's not. Right?
no, not anymore. He used to be.
There's a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
people keep on saying that he can reverse it, but I think it's too late. that's a day before he get in.
He can't reverse a law. How?
Exactly.
How?
I mean, people are asking for Twitter to get banned because of anti-Semitism. What do you think of that? People are asking X to get banned because of anti-Semitism.
People are calling for X to get banned now?
Yeah, because
You know how
X
the
is
left
currently like
is. They
anti-Semitic.
doing it. The left talking about he ruined Twitter and it needs to be better because
Oh,
it spreads misinformation and disinformation and hate speech
um,
and racism
Yeah,
and
yeah, 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 yeah.
yeah. I mean,
That's the main thing.
they've been doing that since he decided to buy it.
yeah,
I don't think
they don't.
that's gonna happen because
They don't
he's American owned. So what? He's allowing freedom of speech on the platform.
yeah.
Democrats can come up there with their disgusting rhetoric of like calling freaking
And Reddit
abortion
is
clinics and
basically calling
asking
for
to be
ban.
sterilized, bragging about their ABs. Like, if you can brag about that, then be able to do a Project 2025 every now and then.
Calling gender affirming care, calling child mutilation gender affirming care.
No,
Right.
one even better, likening that whole thing to interracial marriage.
Yeah, I saw that. That was insane,
I
man.
said, what in the hell did you just say?
And she is a Supreme
I mean,
Court
do you guys
justice.
saw that video of like Kai
What?
hanging like a white man?
But she the
No,
same.
What?
What you say,
I mean,
though?
did you guys just saw that video of like Kai Cenat, like hanging like a
um,
white man on Twitch?
yes, but yeah, I
Hanging
saw
like a
that.
white man? What?
Yeah,
Y'all see they
yeah,
going
he
to
was hanging like a white man.
You
Sooner. You
take
saw
in too much American TV, bro. Turn it off. It's not good for you. Turn it off. You know way too much about a degenerate American. Do you live in America, Nova?
Yeah, I do live in
Why are you
you know,
taking in this degenerate shit? It's degenerate, man.
I know it's degenerate, man.
Kai, I don't even watch Kai Cenat. He's annoying.
Yeah.
He's annoying.
Hey, all the famous liberals, they're going to this app called Blue Sky. It's just like Twitter.
Yeah, that's the echo chamber.
Yeah.
Blue Sky. Should I
Yeah,
go on there?
you're gonna get banned quickly. Don't do
I'm gonna
that.
get banned. I'm
I don't
going.
think you can go over there because they got a lot of CP over there. Just warning you.
Oh, never mind.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna get on there and be like, what the hell?
Right. It got the Twitter outlook and everything. It looks exactly like Twitter, but it's bad,
What?
man.
I don't know why TikTok is installing on my computer again, but I'm waiting for it to install, which is why I haven't shut this down yet. What the fuck? I already have it on my computer. Anyways, I hate coming on here because I'm forced to be super PC. And I find that I can only do that when I'm with someone who is like super like PC. Like
Yeah, because I'm not. I'm sorry.
most PC to
I
an
am
extent.
currently on like mobile, man. I am currently on mobile.
You're a white man? What?
No, 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 no. I am currently like mobile.
What the No. See, listen. This is why you need to be around smart folks and don't be watching Kai. Cuz PC means politically correct. Not
Oh,
not computer. See?
oh.
See,
I
you
thought you
know
were talking
that.
about like computer, man.
He said I'm mobile.
I thought you were talking about like PC, like computer.
Yo, that was funny as hell. I'm sorry. Oh man. If you guys want to watch me over on TikTok, all you got to do is type in the screen name that you see here on the bottom of my screen. Definitely not SUNY Blanks. You can watch me there. Honestly, I'm live on there more often than I am on here because you
I
can't
mean,
say
YouTube is
anything on
like
here.
censors everything, man. YouTube basically censors everything.
You can't
That's the
watch.
main thing.
I remember I used to do live reactions. We get kicked off for that now. It's like completely take my
Yeah.
feed off. It's hard. I'm gonna have to
It's
rewatch this
hard.
I remember you used to go live on your on hot mic, like just randomly sometimes.
all the time.
Yeah. Yep.
Can't do it anymore.
So Sunny, I sit up and I asked my friends the other day, "Am I an angry person?" They're gonna look at me and say, "Yeah." I'm like, "Really? Y'all supposed to be on my side?
No,
I'm
they're
not
supposed to tell you the
angry."
truth.
You even said I'm an angry person. No, I'm not.
Why
They
do
say
I
I'm in
say it
the.
then? If your friends say it
They
and then
say I'm in
somebody on
the.
the internet said it,
They say
don't
I'm in
you?
denial about it.
I think you are. The first step to recovery is admitting that you have a problem.
Oh Lord.
Yo, 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 yo. I have a question. Uh, 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 so what do you think of the like the so what do you think of the Destiny leaks? Like the Destiny leaks that came out like a week ago.
The what? Do you know what he said,
You
Cyrus?
know, like uh, 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 like the Destiny leaks.
Okay.
Yeah, 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 yeah,
I'm gonna let Cyrus
yeah.
answer that.
Basically,
You
yeah,
said
yeah, yeah.
leaks?
Yeah, 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 yeah. Like the Destiny leaks, like the fucking communist asshole. Like the communist, like Destiny.
Is he talking about porn?
No, no, I'm talking about like like a Destiny leaks uh, uh, that people were saying
Oh my
uh,
God!
like Nick was involved in it. Basically, Nick
Bro,
was
that
involved in those leaks.
yeah, that is pornography, bro.
Oh God, he
No,
talking about Nick and Destiny. Oh God,
we
I'm
don't
done.
watch. Listen, we don't watch gay porn. We're Christian.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, I don't
Yeah, I
know
am a
anything
Christian too.
about pornography leaks. Yeah, no, no. Why do you know about that?
Um, it was.
I mean, basically, I mean, I'm basically like active on like Twitter. I am seeing all this like news like Destiny and Nick. I basically
On your
didn't watch
social
that video.
media?
Yeah, 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 yeah,
What
yeah,
the?
yeah, yeah, on X,
And this is
X.
on X. Okay,
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
all right. So what you just told me is X is full of brain rot.
yeah, yeah. X is full of brain on like TikTok and YouTube.
No
It's
wonder why
basically
people
full of like
like being
brain
on
rot.
it.
Hey,
Yeah, I mean, you basically see like edits, like basically a lot of like like this, like Gen Z, Gen Alpha, like edits, like those edits beat, like funk music, basically, like like rap music,
Mm.
basically a bunch of like brain rot shit.
I'm so
Hey,
glad my feed not on that side of Twitter. I'm on the good side with the political side. I don't want to be on the
Yeah.
porn side. I don't want that.
man. Hey, I just want to let y'all know that Daniel Penny, they dropped one of the charges. They dropped the manslaughter charge, but he's still they still trying to push the negligent homicide charge.
That's crazy.
So
Yeah,
hopefully he's free tomorrow. Hopefully they find him not guilty tomorrow.
Yeah.
But I mean Monday, it's gonna happen on Monday. That's when it's
Now,
going.
we talking.
Cyrus, remind me, what side did I take on this? I'm pretty sure I said I don't think he did anything wrong, right?
Yeah, I believe so. It
Okay.
happened a long time ago.
It
Like
did. I can't
yeah,
remember. I think I was going back and forth with Mo. Like,
this happened like a year or two ago.
About Jordan Neely, where he's supposed to be got choked out or something, or he
Yeah,
yeah,
choked on?
crazy Michael Jackson impersonator on the subway.
Hey,
Yeah,
and if he apparently if he gets found not guilty, they giving him a congressional medal of honor. So you're gonna
For
see.
what? Oh my
I don't know.
god.
They're doing. I know they're doing the most, but I'm
we
just
talking
like
about,
y'all gotta
Oh,
chill,
and we expecting too much from Manhattan. The
that's
same place
crazy.
we
right?
expecting too much from Manhattan.
Oh god, a congressional. That is nuts. For what? I get that.
Insane.
Like, okay, you had a hard time, bud. They definitely tried to railroad you, but what?
At this point, Kasuni, you need a congressional medal.
I really do. Shoot.
Let's go.
They
Hey
need to
man, we
put
gonna sign a petition
sit
for
me in
soon to
front
get
of
a congressional.
Congress. I need a medal. I've been putting in work,
If you
and
sit
y'all have just been lazy.
if you sit in front of Congress and get to talking, you gonna miss all them moves.
I'm not leaving there alive. Somebody about to go
Right?
pew pew
They
as soon
gonna
as I walk outside.
soon he going to jail, bro.
Because what you say? Yeah, you not letting up on nothing.
No, no. There's a way to go about it. Of course, there's a way to be um like classy with your criticism and not super inflammatory, which is what I try to do now. Just someone can disagree, but I'm going to say, okay, well, what about this, that, and the third? Like, do you disagree with this? No? Okay, well, then you don't really disagree. But
I would pay to watch
the
them hearings.
days of me like slam dunking on people, that's unless I just reach my wits end, I don't do that anymore.
I think we gotta hey, that's why I say we need to bring back the revolt summits, bro. Because I want to see Sunni go on there, bro. That'd be lit.
It would be fun. Like,
Hey,
wait. What'd you just say? Run that back one more again for me. They had Candace up there outnumbered. I'm like, how you gonna, bruh? How you gonna put her up there by herself with all them niggas?
yup, they had him up in there with Killer Mike, T.I. I say no.
She was pissed at the end of it.
She was mad. She was. Hey, you ever, y'all ever been in a room with your older cousins and you come in there and you
No,
want to
no,
say
never,
something?
never, never.
You want to come. You come
I,
in there and you want to say something, right? And
yeah,
then
I
you
have.
finally get what you got to get off your chest, and they like, man, shut the fuck up. You ain't even say nothing worth listening to, and you sit back.
Yup, yup.
That's what they did to Candace. Candace popped back like, oh, y'all want to listen to me? And Killer Mike had to be like, why y'all clowning her? She's saying what's real, bro. Don't nobody in the room care. The whole shut the fuck up, that took the moment.
And Ti flipped on her too.
And that's what took the moment. T.I. saying what he said. They didn't care about Killer Mike.
Yup. That was insane.
You got to be around black people to understand what I'm saying, bro. Like, you say some wild shit around black people that they not used to hearing or that they don't want to hear, shut your ass up, bro. Where you come from?
And
I
why
think
would you say that?
They had Maj Toure up there too, right?
Was he? I don't remember him being up there.
I think so. I don't know. Almost, it might be a different one.
I wish I wasn't so shy back then. It would have been cool to be on those stages. Actually, no, because I would have been too prim and proper back then. I was still on my like MAGA trip. Me now would be dope on TV. Me back then, I think I would have been boring.
Man, hey, I don't know if they're gonna have them again. Like, I really do want to see them have the revolt summits again, but
Somebody on this side needs to get together with some influencers and create summits like that. I've tried. Bryson has tried. People don't bite unless it's like Turning Point, or what's the other one? CPAC or APAC or America Fest. They want to see the same people talk over and over and over about the same shit. The
embarrassing.
first time they had black conservatives on the stage was an epic fail because everybody missed the point. They all missed the assignment. When I think her name is Sunny, she was talking about the Wills and the Carltons and how you don't really hear from the Wills, and you never heard from them motherfuckers again because they didn't come back.
Yup. Dang.
They went bye-bye. Okay, finally my TikTok is up. Gee. All right, let me see.
Wait.
Fucking Alex Jones, bro. He's hilarious. And I'm sick of
Alex
freaking
Jones,
worshiping Israel.
like, yeah,
He
that guy.
dang. He got
Alex Jones talks about
thing
like the
almost-
Jews all the time, and he's basically banned on basically nearly on every platform,
he needs
except for
to
like X.
he needs to admit that the globalists are Jews. Like, just say Jews. Stop saying globalists, bro. Say
Yeah.
Jews.
Say
And people-
Jews, man.
And people were saying that he should have been
So,
the speaker for
Cyrus,
Trump.
do I put
I mean, like Candice
should I
owns
put
also
the
says
United
like
States of Israel in
like
the back?
thank you.
Should you put
Like
what in-
Candice owns.
Hold up, bro.
The United States of Israel.
Yeah.
Is
The
that
United
good?
States of Israel.
That's literally what we are.
Like I was gonna talk about like Trump's, like Israel, like like cabinet, like LZ Stepanik, like like Lee Zeldin and Jared and something like that. Like a lot of Jews are in his cabinet, like Trump's cabinet. I mean, like his wife is
Yeah,
Jewish, like
Kamala
Marla
Harris.
Maples. His wife is Jewish.
His wife is Jewish.
I mean, just look at like Marla Maples. His wife is Jewish, and his sons and daughters are also half Jewish, like mongrels.
Mongrels.
Yeah, mongrels. They're basically mongrels.
God
Half
damn,
white,
bro,
half Jewish.
You are just inflammatory.
Like I say, the Jays are just like the gays.
I'm definitely taking this video down. You guys can never come back up on YouTube ever in your lives.
I know. What I said was crazy. Like
Oh my God. Do you know how many feeds I've been shutting down since I've been on here with y'all? One by one.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
Too much.
Yeah, I'm going on TikTok, bro. Y'all pop on over there. I'll be over there.
All right, I'm
That
done.
was too much. I know. That was too much information.